Spirits review tonight, featuring from Black Irish Brewery, based in the Shipstons area of Nottingham, the Shipstons, who are still around now and came back in a microbrewery form, not the original Shipstons, of course, although they could have worked for Shipstons, I wouldn't really know. This is Cowboys from Hull, with an amazing artwork. There's something about the artwork from Black Irish which is stunning. They are at the moment closed their tap room for an absolute transformation of their outdoor space, and they have on their website got 10% off at the moment. Go to their website or their Facebook page, have a look through their posts. If you're interested in their beers, 10% off is a bargain that it's worth trying to get. I can't remember the full details of it because that's forgetful. So it says here, this is a 4 grain Saison dry hopped with Amarillo. Welcome back, good evening. 4.5%. Obviously, they're on Instagram at Black Irish Brewery, on Twitter at Black Irish Brewer, and then you just search for them as normal on the likes of Facebook. But yeah, stunning artwork. I mean, I went the other week and I got 8 cans, and I think the good man Craig, if they're open, they may well be open, because they don't take long to put to do what they're doing down there. Landscapers don't take long to get that sorted. It won't take me long to sort it, even though I'm not a full-on landscaper, more of a gardener. But yeah, we'll give it a pour, see how it cooks. I've had to close the door to the beer room because the hot tub's just filled up and it's a bit hot in there, so I'm having to put the bubbles on to calm it down. I've just, a little bit of a gusher. Good evening. Lively one. Catch open the Coors Light. Can't fault you. It's not been a bad day today, actually. When the sun's been out, it's been nice and warm. I mean, this weekend, while I've been on theme parks, it's been just trying to get the proper lively pour. This is. So this will be interesting. Me and Saison, I don't know why it keeps doing that. I'm sure it keeps jumping on my end. I meant to have restarted the phone, to be fair. So, quite a light looking pour at the moment. Yeah, Blackpool was amazing. Amazing. Good evening, Miles. And good to see you too. So, 4.5%, 4 grain Saison. A little bit lively. That's probably down to the temperature in the shed more than anything. It really should have gone in the fridge, but the fridge is full at the moment. I bought a load of beers at the weekend, and I'm rammed. the fridge and the room are, not me personally, but So hazy. You could call it a golden pour, 8.2% vintage. Yeah, the artwork's absolutely amazing, isn't it? They do. I haven't really, they don't really, I tag them in all the time, but they don't really chat on anything I tag in. So maybe they're just too busy, or they don't have somebody on social media, or maybe they're just too popular that need to be chatting to people. But yeah, I don't really get much correspondence back from them, comments or anything, but sadly, because being a local company, it's nice to give back to the locals as much as you can, at least. But obviously the likes of these and Totally Brewed Neon Raptor are very big throughout the UK. Neon Raptor's probably Monday night beers. Whoa. Smacked it with an hammer ages ago. yeah, didn't mean to, obviously. And it's taking its time. What happens when you smack your nail with a hammer? Don't do it, it hurts and you'll cry. Yeah, I didn't cry, but bloody hell, it hurts. So I smacked it and it went black within a day. what happens, the black is actually blood, dried blood. And in the end, your nail falls off, but you get nail that grows underneath. And in the end, I'll have a nice little freshly formed nail, but it's taking its time. Yeah. Oh, but I'll have the nickname Black Nail at some stage, I'm sure I will. So, hazy pour this, big white head, but I think that's more to do with the temperature in the beer room than the beer itself. So we'll let them off for that. 4 Grain Saison. Now, I'm with Saisons, and I'm not big on Saisons. Problem with drinking 11% Imperials. I'm trying to be good. So the Imperials, I'm trying not. Black Nails, Beer and Banter. Yeah, I could go for that, couldn't I? My daughter made me a sign for the beer. I don't know if that shows up very well. Let me just... And I'm thinking of using this as like a branding. So I'll put it in front of the red t-shirt so you can see it slightly better. It shows up. So Wraggys beer reviews with a pint, and then whatever that says there that I can't bloody read it from this side of the camera. And I'm thinking of using that, probably using a white background or maybe even a blue background, something to show that black writing up, and obviously get it cleaned first, and using that as a bit of across all my social media things, instead of a picture of me, because I hate my picture being on there. I could sponsor Forest. Yeah, I'm not on enough money. I'm only a poor gardener from Nottingham. They could sponsor me though. Hey, they could have Wraggys Golden Ale down at the City Ground. Yeah, Nottingham legends. Well, I don't know about me being a legend. They're legends, I'm not. And they get paid a hell of a lot more than I do. I wish I got paid a few, 4 or 5 grand a week to run around. I try to be a good gardener. The homebrew cream stout. Or do you mean the homebrew chocolate stout? I think the homebrew chocolate stout's about 11%, if memory serves me correctly. I must look back on reviews, to be fair. Good evening, Steve. So yeah, now the head's dissipated, it's actually looking quite a nice pour. Hazy, I would say more of a golden, hazy golden pour, depending on which way you're looking at the camera. 40 quid, and that's on Carling and Foster's. Wow. And not just your Cloudwaters and stuff. I mean, on Friday, I spent 90 quid while the wife was there as well. Yeah, she counted it. And, but to be fair, the beer room's brimming. I don't need to buy for a long while. And with the good man Craig Kent Beer Reviews coming up to Nottingham, I'm going to need at least, I would thought at least 200, 250 for that weekend he's up. And that's not just the stuff I've got in here. I've got a few bits in here that I want him to review with me. So it's going to be a busy weekend. I'm going to try and drag the wife out as well, to be fair. I don't think she's bothered though. I don't think it's her scene going out doing beers. It's nice to have a beer, isn't it? It's just nice to, you know, after you've been in the garden, cracking open them beers. It helps you along. The worst thing you can do though is have a strong beer, then try and go back to gardening because you're not in the mood. You're there in your garden, you think, oh, sod this. You start to get a bit of a taste for the beer, and it's like, nah, sod it, I'm going back on beer. So yeah, hazy golden pour. Oh yes, it's definitely got that sort of saison nose to it. Oh, there, this could be interesting. I'm not a big fan of the saisons, if I'm being honest. Yeah, the deals in supermarkets are good at the moment. And do you know why that is? Because they are scared stiff. Now that the pubs are open again, supermarkets are scared stiff about losing everyone back to the pubs. Because the pubs are open. They've had a year and a half nearly of total domination. People stopping at home, drinking loads, ordering loads. You know, they've made billions out of this. Make nothing aside. And they haven't helped the brewery trade at one iota. Good evening, Disco. Drinking with a ride on is good, yeah. I've got a push mower all day tomorrow, or unless I get to work and he's fixed it. Yeah, that would be nice. It would be nice to have a fixed mower. Yeah. Oh, not my favourite type of beer, this. Here we go, let's have a taste. 10 minutes in, I haven't even had a taste yet. To be fair, I don't go to the pub very often. I'm not really a pubby person. One, it costs a fortune. Two, I struggle with both time and the money. It all depends on what you're drinking. Yeah, and what you're mixing. It's mixing. Anybody will tell you that. You're mixing different types of beer. That's what gets you drunk. Nothing to do with... It's mixing. You could drink the same beer, 10 cans, job's a good one. An export special brew, 9.5. Oof. Yeah, actually, it's not too bad. Being at 4.5%, yeah, I do get some of them elements. I don't get the Ninkasi elements, thank God. Yeah, that was lively pour though, very lively. I struggle, and I genuinely struggle, and I don't cheat with beers by looking up before what they smell, taste. Not these days, at least. I'm proper. In the olden days, I used to look because I was on the learning, and I mean the nose is all right. I struggle with what I'm getting on the nose, if I'm being honest. And I find honesty the best thing. If you don't know what you're smelling and you're not sure what you're actually getting, then that's a good thing, because it proves that honesty is the thing. I mean, I can get a taste. I just can't tell you what taste I'm getting. I can tell it's a Saison beer from the taste. I just struggle with the elements that are there. As Saisons go, though, it's not too bad. Have you ever had Ninkasi, out of curiosity, if you like Saisons? Did I get a Duff bottle? There's always that wonder. Did I get a dodgy bottle for it to... I mean, I can feel it in my stomach now, this. And I suppose we all have that type of beer. This is doing my nutting holding this. I need to sort out my shelves. I will get it sorted. I set it up for the Chromebook. Then the Chromebook played up down in the shed. And I was doing a review and it played up. But I will get it all sorted out at some stage, one of these days at least. I mean, it's a nice looking pour. And we all have that style that we're not fond of. But we still, as a beer reviewer or as somebody who drinks beers, we try it, because you want to try every single type of style. I mean, Hoegaarden and Duvel, 10 years ago, I absolutely hated them. They were disgusting. Nowadays, Duvel especially, I can actually drink now, and it doesn't... I actually like it. Same with wheat beers. At one stage, I couldn't drink a wheat beer. And it's this... your palate getting used to different beers. Maybe I've not drank enough strong Saisons. Same with the red wine job is. Beers that are aged in red wine. I had some last Christmas, Partisan, and they were red wine beers. And oh my God, I couldn't take it. And the beers themselves, and this is something where, you know, the beers themselves probably didn't taste wrong in any way, shape or form. They're just not my type of beers. And as beer reviewers and as fans of beers, you know, I suppose in some ways you've got to take that on the nose, that there's always a beer that you're just not going to like. And, you know, it's a case of liking it and lumping it, you know, or training your palate to have another go sometime soon. Same with sours, I suppose. With sours, there's a thing with sours. The first time you drink a sour, it's like, oh my God, I'm never touching that again. And then you go to a more subtle sour, and it actually is really good. Oh, good to hear you're out and about again. I think in the UK at the moment, this opening up has worked. The cases have shot up massively, but the deaths are still relatively quite low. I mean, it's sad to lose anybody, it surely is. But were a lot of these people on their deathbeds anyway? There's that thing where are a lot of people already at death's door and the nudge over. And you know, as sad as it sounds in some ways, if you're watching somebody, you put yourself in a certain situation. If you're watching somebody who's at death's door, say they've got dementia or whatever, and they really are in a sad place, and COVID comes along, they get COVID. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah. But I'd love to know if there's an afterlife. There's things you need to know, isn't there? You know, there's things none of us know. And I mean, if I knew there was an afterlife and I knew you could come back and be there to protect your family, even in a different form, astral form or whatever, then that'd be amazing. Jesus. Your pubs must be on their knees in Ireland. Wow. We see lots of pubs around here in Nottingham that have closed, that disappeared. It is sad. It really is sad. So 17 minutes in. I do apologise for people that come for pure reviews. This is probably doing live reviews, I suppose. It's more about the yakking than the actual review. Saison's really not my style of beer anyway. So, yeah, when you drink beer, you're not. Yeah, I think we're all like that, aren't we? You know. I suppose there's a thing where putting everything right. Yeah. Lockdown has been brutal for some people. I was going through a year of awfulness before I even hit lockdown. So for me, the whole of lockdown's not been too bad. I think Spain 2022, I think you should be all right. Yeah, the dog thing. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I can't see there being a problem next year. With the way the vaccine's going, I mean, it's amazing how they come out with this vaccine so quickly, really. I mean, for the conspiracy theorists, oh my God, you fed into their arms quite quickly, aren't they? But then again, scientists these days know a lot more. Yeah. I mean, let's be fair. For everybody who's got, for all the conspiracy theorists in the world, for everyone who's got a mobile phone and got Google on their mobile phone, you are already being tracked. So there's no use worrying. The only people who need to worry are the people that are doing dodgy stuff, because they're the ones they'll get eventually. Everybody else can live their life. Yeah, you're being watched. Yeah, but does it really matter? No, that's the whole point, isn't it? I know what you're saying with the quarantine. Yeah, it is that situation, isn't it? I mean, we were supposed to go in October to Spain last year, and it got cancelled. Good evening, David. It's all interesting. It makes you wonder what will come out in the wash in years to come. It does. But if they can develop something for COVID, then surely they can develop something that attacks and stops cancer, dementia. But do they want to? Same with cars. If they can make cars run on electric, then why is there any petrol in the world? Why? Because they need the money for the tax. They'll start taxing electric cars at some stage. Yeah, I think a lot of people have turned into alcoholics because of COVID. Yeah, yeah, of course you do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And what you're downloading off the internet that you shouldn't be downloading. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why you can't get on any of them sites these days. Yeah, that'd be strange, wouldn't it? Wouldn't want that. I don't want anybody shouting my name in Spain. Good evening, Slurpee. It is. Money is the main thing in the world. America, years to come. We do want to go back to America, but the big thing with us is money. You know, I mean, we're a single. My wife don't work, so it's very very tough to get over to America. Dumfries, Little and Aldo. Oh, right, yeah, cracking. There's so. I can't get the flavours with these. I really do struggle with saisons. I think they're my Achilles heel. Um, Saisons go though. It's a good introduction into saisons because it's not too nasty on the taste and on the aroma. There is a twanginess to it. To be honest, I do get a bit of orange from somewhere. Um, and again, I'm really not a massive fan of these, but I won't slag it off. Yeah, I'm hoping to. I'm going to do it later tonight, about 9 o'clock. No, good evening, Andy. Yeah, I'm not big on these. I had that Ninkasi the other week. Unless it was a dodgy bottle, it tasted vile. And I've had a few supermarket saisons. They've not been too bad, but I struggle. I do struggle. And good evening. I do struggle with the taste and what I get from the aromas. I mean, I get those slightly subtle farmyard aroma off this, but again, if I get another Carling, I probably will. Yeah, if I pick one up, yeah, it's all about what I pick up at the time. You know, I've got enough to review, as you can see on the wall at the back. Mackerel Stout, Black Nails Saison. Yeah, that'd be a laugh, wouldn't it? I bloody want to. There's a twanginess all around, and yeah, it's definitely an interesting beer. It's definitely a beer that will, you know, test your ability, your drinking ability, whether you like it or not. Ooh. Local brewery to me, but like I said at the start, not really a saison lover. Had I known it was a saison, I probably wouldn't have picked it up, to be fair. It's a 4 grain saison with dry hops with Amarillo. I couldn't get a lot of different flavours from this. I just struggle with saisons. God knows why. Cracking. I've actually got the Northern Monk rhubarb jobber. You know, I'm something to don't mess with Yorkshire or something. I need to review that. It's a rhubarb and custard one, I think. And I actually like rhubarb and custard, so I might actually review that next. But yeah, for me, very, very much Wraggys Imperial Stout. That'd be lovely. We're going to be bringing more live streams. Yeah, 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 yeah. From around about 6 o'clock each night. As long as I don't go in the house pissed up, then I don't upset the wife. Certainly during the autumn and winter months, live streams will be coming back. And I tell you what, when it comes to when Craig's over, there's going to be an absolute shed load of beer reviews. Because if we're out drinking, there's like I did when you was up. Everything I drink is getting a bloody review. I don't care how pissed I am. So There may be some fruity reviews where I don't give a shit. Wishbone Brewery Black Imp. Oh, bless you. Yeah, I like stouts and porters, and I do like a nice mild as well. You had a full price North Star last night. Bless you. I haven't paid full price for a long while. Yeah, you have, yeah. Keep the reviews coming. It's what it's about, isn't it? And make sure you post on the beer review community so other people can see your reviews, if you really want to, obviously. So yeah, a good representation of the Saison style. Not that I bloody got any of the elements. I really didn't. I really struggled with Saisons. Good on you, matey. Good to see you back out there as well. I try to, yeah. As long as I don't get too drunk. The wife is watching me like a hawk. I did upset her, so yeah. These things happen, don't they? You know, beer can be terrible at times. On Facebook, yeah. Search beer review community on Facebook, and loads of different people are posting reviews. It's a good little chat area. Plus, it's a good little area to promote your beer reviews as well. Brains Dark. I might do that this week. Yeah, I'm open to doing beer reviews where people are asking for the reviews, because it kind of takes it out of my hands. Because you know, sometimes you look at the wall behind you, it's like, what shall I review? And for me, I need to stop drinking any spirits or wines late at night, or imperial stouts. That's my Achilles heel. But we're all guilty at the time. So a good saison, 4.5%, 4 grain, dry hopped Amarillo. Not my style of beer. I know what you mean. Castle Rock Preservation, bless you. Can't wait to see that. Down to your last 5 beers. Shoot. I've got that many beers, it's ridiculous. I've got them all on the wall behind me, all here, all over there, in the fridge, over there. I'm at saturation point. I can't buy any more beers. You know, absolute saturation. But then again, I've got Craig coming up in a few weeks, so I need to save any spare money I've got so that I can go out and have it, and not be ashamed when he spends. I mean, he said to me that he drank 80 different beers in a couple of days. Shit. I can't do 80 beers in a couple of days. Millionaire? Doubt it. Pauper. I'm a gardener. We don't get much money. Romanian craft beers. This getting beers from elsewhere is amazing. You know, there's lots of beers, especially if someone's going abroad and can bring you some back, and you obviously pay them the money for doing it, like. But you know, if they live near. But yeah, it's all good. Saison beer, 30-minute review. Ouch. Yeah. So for those coming for the actual review element, yeah, it's a good saison. I reckon this is a good introductory saison. Did I get the aroma and flavour? No. Being honest, didn't. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. There's the odd beer where I really bloody struggle. This is that beer. It was nice tasting, like I said, good introductory saison. Is saison my style of beer? Yeah, I did get some of the farmyard elements. Yeah. Thankfully, not too much farmyard. Yeah. I don't really do the too much. Oh, right. Boltmaker's nice beer. Out of 5 for me. 4.0 out of 5. The elements were there. It wasn't nasty tasting for me, but obviously it's not my style of beer. For some people, this may be a 4.9 out of 5. Would I drink it again? Sadly, no. I'm not a saison fan, and it's as simple as that. Right, got to end this review. Come back with the final review. Noel Spring from Timmy Taylor's, right here. I've had that before. I know I've had it. Whether I reviewed it or not, I can't remember, but I know I've had it. Sure I have. The North Belgian IPA is rotten. Ooh. Right, got to run. Back in about 2 minutes with the last review. Live review, obviously. McDonald's, eh? Yeah, not my cup of tea. No. We all have a beer, a type of beer that's not our cup of tea. Sadly, Saison's not my cup of tea. You know, although I do like an imperial stout, but I'm trying not to get overly drunk, and I've got work tomorrow. So, you know, in drink moderation, or try to at least. So, unless it's really late, quick swift one, but you never know. And plus, if anybody's watching, got to be careful. Back in 2 minutes. Cheers, everyone.